Coming up today on Studio 13 Live. Season 3 of Ted Lasso has officially kicked off. Why some people say this season just isn't the same. Then Cookies with Tiffany is here to show us how to make some delicious Lucky Charm cookies just in time for St. Patrick's Day. Plus auditions for the Seahawks dancers coming up. They're in studio today to show us what it takes to make the cut. And you don't have to love beer to celebrate St. Patty's. The Space Needle's director of cocktail culture is here with some boozy alternatives. Then Ciudad is dishing up some Mediterranean dishes, including roasted carrots and whipped feta. Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today.
Welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I'm so excited to be here once again. I'm Brian McMillan, in today for Carly Henderson.
And I'm Mireya Garcia, in for myself. We made it to the middle of the week.
We did it.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, and
Just a little more to go.
Nice out. It's so nice. Yesterday was so great. I went out with the kids and we went to a park, and I was only planning to be there for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so. We stayed there for an hour and a half. It was so great.
Yes,
so
yes.
great.
When the weather's good, you got to do it.
You got to.
On top of being a nice day, it's also National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. So crunchy or smooth?
Oh, smooth.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm a crunchy gal.
Really?
Yeah, I love crunchy. I feel like
you put the Cheetos or Fritos or something in your sandwiches, so you like the crunch.
Not in peanut butter sandwiches, but in regular sandwiches. So I like the crunch. I like the texture. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Just I grew up on the smooth.
Yeah.
If I ever I'll eat crunchy. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. All right. The third season of Ted Lasso has officially kicked off on Apple TV+. What's in store? Well, fans are going to see longer episodes. The first 4 episodes range from 44 to 50 minutes. But critics say the longer episodes are a reason why it feels like Ted has lost a spring in his step. Jason Sudeikis, who stars as Ted, says they needed more time to develop characters and the complicated storylines. You can watch new episodes on Wednesdays. And if you're a super fan, you got to check this out.
Ooh.
Nike announced it's launching an AFC Richmond clothing line to celebrate the new season. You even can buy jerseys with the fake brand Banter on the front. These are so cool. I saw these. I want one.
Yes.
I really, really want one. And the scarves, it's like they're a real team.
I know. They're a team in our hearts. I love Ted Lasso. Big fan.
It came at a time when we needed it. It was like it launched during the pandemic, I remember, and we all needed a little boost. And there's a lot of depressing shows out there, and this one is just different. And I love it so much.
I'm curious to see how they're going to keep. I mean, Ted Lasso has done such a great job of taking complicated topics, like the end of a marriage, moving away, and putting an optimistic spin on it, kind of coming to the conclusion that you decide your own destiny. You decide how you deal with the things that are happening to you. But things are getting very, very serious on the show. A sweet character from the beginning has gone full villain.
Yeah, he's like Darth Vader now at this point. So
we're going to see how they keep it light.
We'll see. I don't know. It's going to be great. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited it's back. It's been a long time.
All right. Well, sometimes a show is so good that you can't help but watch it over and over again.
Yeah.
And while new shows are, of course, very exciting, nothing compares to the peace of mind of what is called the comfort show, okay? It makes you feel good. So the top comfort shows are Friends, The Office, that's true for me, Star Trek, this one I don't get so much, Grey's Anatomy, and then Parks and Recreation, which I also love. And experts say that people prefer to watch shows like this because they know what's going to happen, so there's no surprises. But my thing is, Grey's Anatomy, people are constantly dying on that show.
I know, yeah, that's not comforting to me. That's like watching ER or something over and over again.
No.
Those other 4 that you mentioned, Star Trek, The Office, Parks and Rec, and Friends, are like staples that my wife and I will fall asleep to.
Yes.
Schitt's Creek's another one of those. That's
course.
a comfort show for us as well. We've seen it, 1,000 times, I feel like, at this point. So
I know.
Having those shows, that you know what's going to happen, but then you always notice like new little things in it. It's really fun.
Especially when it's funny like that. You just think, those writers are so clever. Now, Parks and Rec is such a comfort show for me that I watched it while I was in labor to keep me distracted
Really?
and laughing, and it worked. So I love that show.
Wow. I mean, that's a true comfort show at that point.
Comfort show, absolutely. All right, well, if you happen to have $9 million, look in your pockets. No?
You know, it might be in my other suit.
Oh, no. Well, if you do have that kind of money, you could live out your Princess Diaries dreams. The home that filmed as the high school in the movie, now for sale. This one is located in San Francisco.
Look at that.
Yeah, isn't it pretty? It's 100 years old. Features 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and even an elevator.
Oh, so this is the high school.
Right, it played as the high school.
Okay, all right.
Yes, and the property, of course, has Anne Hathaway fans very, very excited. Beautiful.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised it's that much money, especially, in San Fran.
You know what? Well, yeah, I mean, that's in San Francisco right there. I mean, that's prime real estate.
It is.
So $9 million, I mean, maybe for that area, it's not too bad. I don't know much about the Princess Diaries. I have seen it, but Anne Hathaway, that was what, 25 years ago or so?
15, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Let's not do the math too closely.
If you're gonna buy any famous house, that it goes with like the Goonies house, in Oregon, or maybe the Breaking Bad house in Albuquerque, or you got all these famous houses out there, you got to attach like at least another $1 million or $2 million on top of it. Because it's famous,
Yes.
right? So yeah,
I say turn a little bit into a museum, make some of your money back.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
allow people to come in for tours, stuff like that. Yeah, sure, why not? All right, the Savannah Bananas are at it again. The team took part in the viral ceilings trend on TikTok, and fans can't get enough of it.
I love it.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing. These guys they do dances before they pitch. I mean, like in-game stuff.
Full entertainment.
This video has 20 million views and counting. The trend features the hit song Ceilings. What do you think? Should we try it out? I don't have the outfit.
I don't
underneath my
have
suit.
the confidence for this. This young man, a talent on baseball, sports, and then this. Very good.
Yeah, that whole team has put out some amazing stuff. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I do. I've definitely seen that and just cackled. It's very funny. Love the confidence.
Yeah.
All right, people can't get enough sleep. They're not doing it anyway, according to a new study by Apple. So researchers at a sleep study, they say that sleep habits of more than 42,000 people with Apple Watches found that just 31% of them actually met the minimum recommended 7 hours of sleep.
I feel attacked right now.
Yeah, same. I mean, Brian,
I think we're in an interesting boat here, you and
Yeah.
I, because we work on the morning show. We get up early, right? We have families too,
Yes.
with little kids. You want to stay up late with them, and so if you're not in our position, maybe you stay up too late and you watch TV until 11 or midnight or something like that. So we all do it. I know we all do it, but there's so many studies coming out now about how sleep impacts your just general health or your long-term health. There's been links of a lack of sleep to like dementia and Alzheimer's and things like that. So bottom line is, we got to prioritize it.
Yeah.
We got to.
you've already seen the bananas dancing video one time.
Yes,
You don't need to see it again.
Just put your phone or your iPad, just put it down or put it in a different room. Get it out of the picture, because I've been there where you're supposed to go to bed and you're supposed to go to bed and you're like, well, I'm just gonna check Reddit or I'm gonna check TikTok.
You don't just check
or
Reddit.
Instagram, and then like an hour and a half goes by and now you're all amped up because you've been watching these dancing videos of the Savannah Bananas, and now it's like you're toast and you're getting 6 hours of sleep instead of your recommended 7.5, 8.
Are you like in my house? That is what is happening.
No, it's my house too. I actually say to my wife, I'm like, put your phone away and go to sleep. All right. A 103-year-old woman in California and her dedication to fitness is reminding us when it comes to working out, age is just a number. Okay, Teresa Moore visits her local fitness facility 3 to 4 times a week. And she says exercising gives her energy.
Yeah.
Look at her go. And her daughter says she's very adventurous. You can see she always has makeup on. She wears her jewelry to the gym too. Why not? You know
She's
what?
all
No
done
rules.
up. Yeah.
Outside of working out, she loves to play bridge and go to the opera. And she is an inspiration.
She is. That is a well-rounded woman, by the way.
And she's giving us the look right now, like, stop videoing. Stop filming me.
I know. You know, I talk about this probably too much, but I do CrossFit, and my family's always so worried that I'm going to hurt myself, you know, maxing out on a lift.
You do CrossFit?
I do CrossFit.
I did not know this.
I haven't talked about it enough, I guess.
Well, not to me. No, that's, wow,
yeah.
that's impressive.
But I'll tell you, all that worry about getting hurt at the gym, no, I got hurt yesterday. You might notice I'm not wearing heels. I rolled my ankle walking. There was nothing in my way. And boy, did it hurt. So we got to stay healthy.
See, here's the injuries once you get past like 35 are always not cool injuries.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's not ever, you should
Hurt
see the
ankle,
other guy's
no fun.
situation.
No.
All right, still ahead, St. Patrick's Day is known for green beer, but if that's not your jam, we got you covered, okay? So coming up, we're gonna be checking out some fun St. Patrick's Day cocktails.
Look at that. Oh, I know what that sound means. It is time for Seattle Sips, where we check out some amazing drinks in our area.
And today we're joined by Joe Dietrich. Did I say that right?
That's correct.
All right, perfect. He's the director of cocktail culture at the Space Needle. I've been up there. It's fantastic. And we're going to be making 3 St. Patrick's Day drinks today.
That's correct.
So let's get started.
Yeah,
What are we
let's just
doing
do it.
first?
Awesome. The first one we're going to do is going to be kind of a play on an appletini. We're going to use Grey Goose Light Poire. It's a wonderful pear-balanced vodka.
Beautiful. Now, what I really love is that you guys always are very, very thoughtful about the cocktails that you build. And talk to me about why that's something that's so important to you.
Well, you know, I feel like as much information is getting transmitted these days, the average consumer has access to so many more products than they used to. And I think because of that, it's really driving this new culture in food and in beverage. And, you know, I think that's working out well for all of us because every day we move this forward, everybody gets a little bit more flavor.
What'd you put in there? What is that?
Second ingredient is Calvados. It's a French apple brandy grown along the west coast of the country. Then we're going to do a little bit of lemon juice. Now, the Calvados, I think, is a wonderful touch because oftentimes you see in appletinis, it's just like an apple liqueur, and they kind of lack that character and body that Calvados provides. Now, it's going to add a little bit of syrup to this.
I've never seen that before. Is that something you can buy in the grocery store?
You know, at a Total Wine and Bevmo, absolutely.
Okay.
Maybe a
very
local
cool.
Safeway or something. It's a little bit more difficult to find, but not too hard to find if you're looking.
All right.
Let's grab some ice.
Pour it all into the shaker and
Shake
shake
it
her up, right?
That's the second best part. The best part's drinking it.
Yes.
I agree with that.
We make it look like a dance, don't
I
they?
know.
The pros
It
over
always-
here.
Yeah, we need music. All right.
Oh,
It
beautiful.
gives a little bit of rhythm. So we're going to strain this out. It's very.
This seems pretty easy, like something easy to make at home.
This one should be very approachable at home, absolutely. All these ingredients can be store-bought, and then you just need a little bit of effort shaking. Now, I do like to give them a special garnish, so we're going to do a green apple fan.
Okay,
That is very cool.
That is cool.
And your little decor there, a little bit of some lips on there.
These are actually the picks that we use at our new restaurant at the Bar Chihuly.
Very
So
cool.
I wanted to bring that in.
Oh,
and
I
here
just
we go.
went there like
just
2
went there?
weekends ago. I
Do you-
had a lot of fun.
Do you want to try the first one here?
Ooh,
yeah,
yes,
you go
I
for
do.
it. Okay.
Hello. Good morning.
And what do we got going on next here?
The next one is going to be called the Lucky Charms. Obviously, a little bit of play on St. Patty's Day coming up.
Does it involve Lucky Charm cereal?
No, it does not involve the cereal, fortunately.
Please don't put cereal in that drink.
I don't know.
But, you know, sometimes you want to have a little nostalgia in your cocktails, and sometimes, you know, maybe less
Maybe
things
not.
floating in them.
Can you imagine?
So we're going to start with 2 ounces of Bacardi rum. It has a light sugarcane flavor, a little bit of floral notes. Makes for a great base for this beverage. We're going to add a little bit of dry vermouth to this. Now, something you don't see too often in modern day cocktails, just because I think there's a stigma about what vermouth used to be.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out you get a fresh bottle of vermouth, it tastes way better than what you find in the liquor cabinet, you know?
Many, many years later.
Yeah,
Many years.
It's funny. Yeah, I remember my parents had some vermouth in their liquor cabinet. It was probably there for a good 15 years, so it probably didn't taste very
Well aged.
Well,
So to that, we're going to add half an ounce of Saint Germain. Again, kind of
love
playing on
Saint
those
Germain,
floral
yeah.
notes. You know, the
Yep,
elderflower.
yep.
And then a little bit of apple juice. We're using Nudsons today, something not from concentrates, what's recommended. So again, looking for ingredients that we can find in grocery stores pretty easily for our consumers at home to enjoy.
Awesome.
And then the final touch to that is going to be a green apple syrup. Now you can buy this as like a Torani or a Monin pretty regularly.
Yep.
I add a little bit of green food coloring into it just to give it a little bit of a pizzazz.
It is a holiday after all.
It is.
It
I mean,
is.
you can turn anything green at this point.
This one we're going to serve in a coupe, and this one's going to get stirred instead of shaken.
Ooh, very fancy. You'll be like James Bond.
Except not.
Except,
Except the opposite.
is it shaken, not
Shaken, not
stirred?
stirred.
You'd be the opposite of James
The
Bond.
opposite of James Bond, yeah.
That's okay. I don't look that good in a suit anyway, so I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
I'm out here trying to make you look super cool and failing. Brian.
All right, now we'll grab our strainer.
So talk to me about the importance of having that strainer like at home when you're trying to make cocktails yourself.
I mean, honestly, I think it's one of the most important portions. A lot of times you just see people using 2 glasses or a tin in a glass to try to strain things out. I don't like ice chunks in my cocktails. Now, some people do, and that's totally fine. But for mine, I want to have a very even and smooth texture, and this helps remove all those ice chunks so the drink doesn't also get any more watered down once you've ordered it.
Okay.
Now, for this one, we're just going to float a little apple in it.
This is really cool
Cute.
looking, by the way.
Yes.
I'm going to try this one, okay?
You try it. And we'll get started right away on the second one because I want to make sure we have enough time.
By the way, how was that?
This was delicious. It's so fresh and a little tart, which I love.
Ooh,
It's,
yeah.
it's a really nice, refreshing version of what you'd be used to as a standard appletini, which are usually too sweet.
This was
Yeah.
what I would call a
Yes.
very dangerous drink here because I feel like I can
Is
have
it just tasty?
It's really, really tasty.
This reminds me a little bit of, and I mean this in the best way possible, like one of those sour candies.
I mean, that's really what it's supposed to evoke.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
All right, what's this next one?
So our final drink today is going to be an Irish coffee.
Very good. Yeah.
That's a smaller glass than I thought it was.
Uh-oh.
How much are we trying to celebrate today, friends?
He's really trying to get us going this morning.
It's gonna be a fun one. So this is a really straightforward cocktail, though. It's only a couple of components. A lot of times you see variations of them that get really complicated.
Yep.
But we're using an Irish whiskey, and again, I'm using Teeling specifically. This brand has a really standout flavor that I really enjoy in Irish coffees. We're going to add a little bit of Demerara syrup to that. Demerara is just kind of a light brown sugar. And then we're going to finish this with our local coffee. It's a variety coffee. They're Teeling label, so really designed to accentuate the flavors in the whiskey itself.
Beautiful.
And then you might have seen in the teas, we were whipping up some cream.
Yeah, what's that? Oh, it's cream.
Oh, yeah.
Is it just, did you just get the heavy whipping cream from the store and just whip it right up?
That's all we're doing.
Okay.
Very nice.
Now, the back of a spoon helps a little bit for this transfer, because we don't really want it to sink under the coffee level.
Oh, you just want it right on top, don't you?
Right on top.
See, you
that's
have
cool.
talent, my friend. I would
Yeah.
need a much smaller container. It'd be all
Very-
over the table.
That's a good hot tip right there.
Beautiful.
So when properly whipped, you should have that nice separation.
You want me to do this?
Yes,
All right.
I do.
I love these anyways.
I love it too, but I'm reading next, okay? Thank you so much for joining us
Oh,
today.
thank
This was
you, my friends.
fantastic.
Yeah, thank
Warm,
you.
cozy, good?
Very cozy.
You got just a little
Let's save
right
it for
there.
later.
Saving it for later?
That's how you make it fun, right?
That's how it's good. All right, well, we did post all of these drink recipes on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live.
Still to come on Studio 13 Live, it's time for top entertainment headlines with TMZ, including why Ryan Reynolds is about to get a big payday. Stick around.
It is time to look at what is popping in the world of celebrity news.
Yeah, for that, we're bringing in Fabian Garcia from TMZ. Hey, Fabian, how are you?
Hey, you guys, thanks for having me.
All right, so Ryan Reynolds, Mint Mobile, is now being acquired by T-Mobile. What's going on there?
That's right. And the reason Ryan Reynolds is involved in that is because he was a kind of a big stakeholder in Mint Mobile. Remember, he's sort of the face of that brand. He's been doing tons of ad campaigns for them for years now. He owned 25% of Mint Mobile at large. And the sale with T-Mobile is reportedly worth $1.35 billion. So
Wow.
if he cashes in, if you do the math, about $330 million more or less, I think, and I don't know if he's going to cash in, I think Ryan is going to stay on and kind of help guide the ship here with Mint Mobile with this whole partnership because he put out a video, like another ad with the CEO of T-Mobile. Seems like they're joining forces. It seems like Ryan Reynolds is staying on, but yeah, the guy's about $330 million richer now. And he's a business mogul. The guy owns a soccer team.
Yeah.
He's invested in tons of other stuff on top of his acting fortune, on top of his wife, who's wealthy in her own right. They got a little empire going on there at the Reynolds household. He's such a smart
businessman. I mean, yeah, he owns a soccer club in Europe,
yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
He owned a stake in Aviation Gin as well, and I mean, he's got all these little things going on, and it's amazing to see. Wow. All right.
Yeah, it is.
So if you need to borrow some money, you know who to talk to.
Yeah, call Ryan Reynolds. He'll help you out.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll call back. Yeah.
All right, so WWE fans learning that the official news is that the Bella twins are retiring. What can you tell us about this?
Yeah, they're losing the Bella. I think it's Nikki and Brie that we're talking about. They're the former wrestlers, famous wrestlers of WWE. Their contracts expired, though, and now they're moving on to podcasting and content creation on a regular front, and they're losing the Bella. Now they're going by their regular real-life surname, which apparently is Garcia. That's my surname, too, actually.
Hey, how about that?
And they talked about that, and they said, yeah, we kind of want to leave WWE in the past. We don't want to be associated with that anymore. We're bigger than wrestlers. We're bigger than WWE. We're businesswomen in our own right, and we're going by Garcia now, so good for them. I'm very curious to see what they crank out.
I think it's very interesting to see. I mean, we're seeing this from bigger names, right? Yeah. Well-known names, that you need to have more than one trick.
You do.
Absolutely.
You know, you have to get into business and really take care of yourself in the future, especially when we're talking about wrestling. I mean, it's hard to have that as a long career.
And really any athlete in general, right? I mean, you kind of top out. I mean, there are some wrestlers that do it into their 50s, and I mean, you look at the Undertaker, for instance. But
once the meal ticket's over, you got to find another route for revenue.
Exactly.
Right.
So follow the Ryan Reynolds model is what we've all learned today.
Ryan Reynolds and the Garcia sisters are doing it right.
Have a beautiful rich wife and buy up a bunch of companies and you'll be fine.
I do not have one thing ticked off in that list. I have no wife, but I do have a wonderful husband. Hey, Nick. All right, Fabian, thank you so much for joining us today.
Sure. Thanks for having me, you guys. Appreciate it.
New Line Cinema's Shazam! Fury of the Gods flying into theaters on Friday.
And we here at Studio 13 Live want to give you and your family a chance to see Zachary Levi and the entire Shazamily. A Shazamily.
Shazamily.
Yes, return to battle against the vengeful daughters of Atlas. Every day this week, we're revealing a magic keyword, unlocking your chance to win 4 passes to see the film.
All right, so here we go. Today's word is superhero.
It's actually
Look at it
2
there.
words.
Is it, okay, Bavisha, is it 2 words or is it 1 word? Okay, they'll take either. They will take either. Superhero is the magic word here today, so you can head over to fox13seattle.com/contest to enter with a keyword. Again, superhero, 1 or 2, they'll take either. Good luck to you. All right. Coming up, it's almost St. Patrick's Day. We are excited, but you know what? You don't have to drink to celebrate.
Yeah, we're joined by a local baker to show us how to make some delicious lucky cookies. Can't wait.
St. Patrick's Day is coming up on Friday. We are excited, but we don't have to drink to celebrate. We can definitely also make something else that's very delicious.
Oh, yeah, it can be about the sweets, too, right? Absolutely. Today, we're joined by Tiffany Lewis. She is the owner of Cookies with Tiffany. You're based in Seattle here, but you ship your delicious cookies nationwide.
Very cool.
Yes.
Before we talk about how to order, can we just get started with making some cookies?
Let's do it. We've got a lot to do today.
Yes.
So I'm going to have you put in my sugar,
Ooh.
white sugar, brown sugar. Okay. So go ahead and dump it right in our bowl. I love my KitchenAid here because it's just my little workhorse in the kitchen.
This is so cool.
Yes, and then brown sugar. So the reason we do both because brown sugar is going to give it more maple molasses notes and more chew, and so you want to make sure you put the brown sugar in there because it's so delicious.
Well, what kind of cookie are we making today?
We are making our lucky cookie. I thought it was appropriate for this season.
I think so, absolutely,
right?
yeah.
And it's cheerful and colorful and all the things. Okay, I'm gonna have you put the butter
Look
in.
at how much butter
Just a little bit of butter.
That's
just
the most
a
butter
bit.
I think I've
Just a little bit.
How many sticks of butter is this?
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's how I like to bake. Don't count.
We're treating ourselves.
Can I use this to
yes,
scoop it in?
please.
One day a year.
There we go.
Yes, use the fork. Hey, you know what? Baking should be fun. We need to
should.
have fun with this process. We have fun when we eat it. Let's
We're not
have fun
counting
when we're
calories.
making
We're not
it.
doing any of
Don't
that.
even bother.
Okay, we're gonna get this going. So I've got 2 jobs for you guys. One of
Okay.
you is going to whisk the flour with our baking soda and our salt,
Yep.
and then you're gonna add that in. It's our milk powder, which is a key ingredient. It adds lots of depth of flavor, a nice chew. It's kind of that like, what is that thing I'm tasting that's so delicious?
Oh.
Milk powder.
Milk powder. Oh,
Yes.
very cool.
You, my friend, are going to do 1 tablespoon of vanilla in here. Use the
Yeah.
best vanilla you can get your hands on. I love this guy here.
This is
Nielsen Macy.
Yes.
I love this pure vanilla. And we're creaming this over here. We're aerating it just a little bit. And you know what? If it gets messy, that's all right.
Yes, it is.
That's okay.
That's all part of making cookies, I feel like.
Don't
I
take
used to
yourself
be
so
like in the
seriously.
kitchen. I used to be like really kind of anal about the mess. And then I had kids and they helped
Yeah.
me make cookies. And now I
You
just,
gotta let that go.
You know what?
Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
Okay, we're gonna crack an egg and you're
Okay.
gonna separate. I feel like you are gonna be able to do this, and I'm just
Like
you're gonna do
I
it.
crack
Yes.
it and I separate it.
Yes, so I only want a yolk.
Only?
And you can put your shell here. Now I'm doing that
You want to
because
do this?
No.
Here, I'll show you.
Yes.
Okay,
I'll
show me.
Okay.
Show
Watch
it.
this.
I was very
Okay.
nervous.
Okay. So you want the yolk? And what
Yep,
does it matter?
the yolk in there doesn't
Okay.
matter. I just
Okay.
want the
So you
yolk
like this?
separate.
Okay, watch this.
Okay, I'm watching.
Okay.
Don't mess up.
No, you separate. Oh, I may have. So
It's
now,
okay.
Now you do this.
Perfect.
And this, and you go back and forth.
Yes.
And
yes.
then-
You got it.
And then boom.
scientist
Yes,
Boom.
I love that. There you go. Here's a little towel for you. And then that yolk is going to go in there. You're going
here.
to use this fork. You're going to give it a quick whisk.
So why are we doing an extra yolk?
So an extra yolk is going to give it more chew, more depth of flavor, more richness. On a cookie, you really want that flavor to come through, and that's what really makes our cookies stand apart, is that we literally crack every single egg. I know that costs more. I know it takes a lot of time.
Nowadays,
but
girl, yes.
I know, but we use everything. We use all the whites, we use all the yolks. Nothing goes to waste. This is perfect. Okay, we're gonna you're gonna rain your egg in here. Just rain it in.
Okay.
Make
Technical
it rain.
term.
Make it rain.
I was gonna
Mireya.
say.
Yeah.
You're perfect. Look at you go. I love it. I love it. Okay. So I'm going to scrape the sides really quickly, and then we're going to add our dry ingredients.
Okay.
This is so fun. So what do you guys like to bake at home?
I depend on people like you at home, so I buy my baked goods.
So we're here for you. Our
you.
shop in Madrona is here for you. You come by. Look, you can take all the credit. You bring it home, get rid of
Oh,
the
that's so
packaging.
nice.
Pretend that you made it. We're here for you.
Don't tell
Without
anybody.
permission. Don't tell
don't.
anybody.
That's our secret. No one will know that we talked about this. No one is going to know.
We make chocolate chip cookies in my house,
I
and we
love
do
that.
the peanut butter with the Hershey Kiss on there. That's Christmas time cookie. Love doing
Yum.
that. Sugar cookies,
Yes.
the whole thing.
Yes,
so we're,
I
very
love
nice.
that.
We are cookie
okay,
people.
so you are going to take this little scoop or this, whatever you
just
want.
No.
Get
scoop,
it
I
in
think.
here.
I'm
not gonna
I
make
love
it rain with this.
And you're going to be doing the Lucky
Okay.
Charms next. That bigger
Ooh,
bowl here. This
right
one
here.
here is also going to come in, but we're going to wait for the flour.
This is our children's dream right here.
Right?
I
know.
got a 3-year-old, and this would be it for him.
This
Yeah.
is nostalgia, right? Like, and I love the nostalgia here. Our whole company is built on the nostalgia of a cookie. So any way we can incorporate nostalgia, we all know what these are. We
Yeah.
all grew up with this. These beautiful little rainbow
we go.
little pieces of our youth. So wait 1 second. I'm
Okay,
gonna just give it
okay.
a quick little thing.
The way I want to just munch on
take one.
these.
Go
Can
ahead,
I
take
just have
one.
like
Yeah.
a one?
Oh, please.
That's what.
I
that's
thought you were
what-
gonna say fully no.
That's what the best part of making cookies is you eat some of the ingredients along the way.
Quality control. Okay, you know how you rained it in? You're gonna
Yeah.
rain it in.
All right,
Now,
same
see,
way.
Our flour is not incorporated, so we want to add this at the last minute. You don't want to overwork your cookie dough. This is so fun. Can we bake together all the time? Can I just go home with you and make cookies with you? This
yes,
is so
girl.
fun.
All right, we do have about 1 minute, so
Yeah.
show us how
Okay.
we scoop it over
Great,
here.
great, great. So we've got our cookie dough here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your scoop and you're gonna press it in, and you're gonna just
Plop it
do
on.
that and keep going. And
Plop.
while you do that, I'm gonna show you how we would garnish this puppy here. You take our fun little lucky things here, and you're just gonna bake it like this. When it comes out of the oven, I like to freeze this first. You're gonna put
Freeze
a few
this,
on top, yep, and then you're
Okay.
gonna crush it in your face. It's kind of
Is
satisfying.
that, oh, yeah.
I think you should try that too. And just
Yes.
do like one color per cookie. We have these available at our bake shop this Friday, so you can pick them up and bring them to any of your festivities. Pretend that you made them. That's fine. We're okay
Very
with that.
nice.
We also ship cookies nationwide.
Can I try one?
Please, absolutely. And this is our seasonal for this month. We'll have a lemon doodle next month.
Lemon doodle.
Yes,
Ooh.
and we do a give back for our s'more cookie, which is here to Swedish Hospital. Our celebration cookie goes to Children's Hospital. So Swedish and Children's, we love giving back to the community. We love making delicious cookies, and we love, kind of.
It's that perfect,
It's so good.
soft on the
Perfect
inside.
cookie.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Tiffany,
you
for
guys so
teaching
much.
us and
Of
treating us.
course.
We appreciate it. We do have more information on the cookies with Tiffany on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live. So good. Coming up, auditions happening soon for the 2023 Seahawks dancers.
Yeah. Sorry.
Brian's eating.
I mean, they're good.
Yeah, we're going to be chatting with them, y'all. We're going to be chatting with some dancers. Brian's going to be eating a cookie. He might not be available to dance. We'll see. But they're going to perform for us on the show. That's coming up next.
I'm good now.
All right, get your little calendar out. Auditions for the 2023 Seahawks dancers opening up next week. So this is your chance to show off any skills you have, not just on TikTok, but in a packed stadium. I love to see it.
70,000 people, yeah.
Just casually.
Joining us today to talk about the auditions and what it takes, Caroline, Marcus, Haley, Victoria, thank you so much for joining us today, you guys. How long have you all been a part of the team here? Marcus, start with you.
So I've been on the team. Actually, this is my first year.
Oh, very cool.
And I'm just finishing my 3rd year on the team.
Okay.
I'm just finishing up my 4th year on the team.
And I just wrapped up 7 years.
7 years!
Oh my goodness. Well, tell us a little bit about the audition process.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody is welcome to join. You just need to be 18 years or older. The Seahawks dancer audition process is going to be 3 different rounds. Your first round is going to be an open call audition, which is actually happening next week, March 20th through the 24th. And basically this just entails sending in a video of you either improv or freestyle dancing. And if you make it past that round, you will then be on to semifinals. The semifinal round, you are sent 2 different dances over video. You choose one of those dances to learn and perform and send back. If you make it past that round, you'll then be going on to finals auditions. The final round of audition entails an interview round and then also a performance that is in person on April 16th.
Wow.
Very exciting.
A lot of steps.
So how many people do you usually get for that first initial batch?
It varies every year, but tends to be like a couple of hundred.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So if you make the team, how many days a week are you practicing and what's the time commitment here and all of that?
Yeah, absolutely. The time commitment is 2 days a week we practice. Once season starts up, obviously we have those 10 home games that we'll be at, and then any kind of community promotions or events or anything like that, they are all optional, but arguably the best part of the team. So being able to do those is always an honor as well.
Oh, totally.
All right, so I have to know, what is it like performing in a packed Lumen Field?
So I think I can speak to that coming off of my first year.
Yes.
It was just utterly breathtaking. Like you've waited your whole life to live up to this moment and get on the field, and then you feel the rumble from the fans in your stomach. It's so surreal.
I love that.
It's so loud there too, right? I'm sure you guys feel the
loud.
energy from the crowd, which probably pumps you up a lot. How do you keep your energy up on those days? Because it gets really cold, especially late in the season. This year, I mean, we have a ton of games in December and early January. How do you keep your energy up?
We got very lucky with some December and January games. It does get quite cold. We are really lucky. We are one of the teams in the NFL that have a lot of different rain attire, especially since, we live in Washington. We're going to get those rainy games.
Yep.
But we just keep the energy up. Honestly, when you're out there and you're cold and shivering, everyone has their own little secrets of things that they layer under. But if you look out at Lumen Field, the energy is like no other. It's really just undefeated. The fans keep you alive, and the players working so hard on the field keep you alive too, and just keep the energy going.
I'm always watching you guys too during games. My wife and I have season tickets. We always look down. We're like, you know what? They're killing it. I'm bundled up in 5 layers, and you guys are out there. I'm sure you have just a couple layers on, and you're absolutely killing it.
It's the time of our lives. Honestly.
Yeah, I love the energy. The energy is amazing, and we actually get to sample a little bit of that energy because you guys have a performance for us. Awesome. Let's take it away.
Do it. Oh, thanks.
It's going down, yelling timber. I'll be the one you won't forget. You won't
Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Nah, it's just me and the damn thing changed. Live in hotels, swing on planes. Blessed to say, money ain't a thing. Club jumping like LeBron now. Bowl it, order me another round. Homie, we about to clown. Why? Cause it's about to go down. Swing your partner round and round. And then the night is going down. One more shot, another round. And then the night is going down. Swing your partner round and round. And then the night is going down. One more shot, another round. And then the night is going down.
Great job. Great job.
Go Hawks.
All right, I have to know though, just for out in the regular world, do you take some of the confidence from dancing? Just like, look at me, I'm here, and pay attention. What do we
Absolutely.
think? Yeah.
Yeah, I have learned so much about myself, confidence that I've built from things like this.
Yeah, of course.
Being out in the community, and being in front of 70,000 people.
No big thing, huh?
Yeah, I've taken so much of that into my professional life, into my personal life, and so, sorry.
That's okay. No, you
were busy killing it.
Yes,
you
yes.
know?
So yeah, I think that's one of the coolest parts about being on a team like this.
Yeah.
Is you are so much more than a dancer, and it really gives you a lot of skills that you can take outside and off of the field.
You guys do so many routines and stuff. How long does it take to learn something like what you just did right there?
Typically, we'll learn a routine in one night.
What?
In
one night.
in one of our
It's no big deal.
practices, and then we'll bring it back to the next practice and clean it, perfect it, and then continue to run it throughout the season.
All right, beautiful. Now, I'm gonna do us all a favor. Take a big breath. You're allowed.
Thank you.
Because that was amazing.
It's like
oh my goodness.
asking somebody to run a race and then to interview them right away.
Immediately. Now, I do want to hear from all of you. Tell us what your favorite thing about being a Seahawks dancer is.
I think my favorite thing about being a Seahawks dancer is that I get to come in and it's a community, it's a family. I get to see the same faces every practice and know that we're all working towards a common goal.
Are you guys pretty tight? Everybody's really tight on the team?
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, we do spend quite a lot of time together, so we do get pretty close. Honestly, something really similar. I originally am not like from Washington at all, so kind of being in an area that I didn't grow up, it really helps to have that community and that family that you dance with. But then also the 12s. Truly the best fans in the NFL. You get to know some of them. You see them at games, like the energy that they bring, and then that community aspect, like in practice and outside of practice, is unlike anything
And I'm
else.
sure, do most of you have cheer backgrounds, like either in college or high school or things like that?
No?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yep.
No? Okay.
Yeah, everyone kind of has a mix. Like, you don't have to come in knowing it, but it does help when you're learning things and your team and everything. Yeah.
Very cool. You were amazing. It was so much fun to
So
see us.
good.
It kind of, in the off season, like things like this kind of remind me, like, oh yeah,
it's
Seahawks
coming.
are right around the corner.
coming.
Just a few months away.
And again, Caroline, Marcus, Haley, and Victoria, thank you for sharing your talents with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We also have posted more information about auditions. If you saw this performance and you were like, I got that. All right, fox13seattle.com/studio13live.
I don't got that.
I also don't got it, but congratulations to those who do. Coming up, we are learning how to make some Mediterranean dishes with Ciudad.
And that includes roasted carrots with whipped feta. So it's food time coming up next. We'll be right back. All right, it is time for Emerald Eats, where we highlight amazing food in our area. And today, we're joined by Chef J.D. Herrera.
Yes, and you're with Ciudad, right?
I am with Ciudad.
Beautiful. Okay, well, welcome. And Ciudad actually located in Georgetown, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday. Tell us a little bit about the menu. And Ciudad is Spanish for cities.
Spanish for city and for the city of Seattle.
That's right.
That's what we're representing here.
Great
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we focus mainly on Spanish-leaning Mediterranean food. So we explore the old spice route. We use North African spices. We use Levantine influence. And so we're able to play a little fast and loose with the concept. But mainly what you're seeing at the restaurant is going to be shareable plates to kind of start everything. And then the star of our operation there is with the big wood and charcoal grill that we have in the front.
Ooh.
So we grill a lot of our proteins there and some of the veggies and things too.
That's awesome. So great flavors influenced by the Mediterranean. Lots of vegetarian options there as well, correct?
Very important to us to have lots of vegetarian options as well.
And what are we making today? Are we making one of those options
Yeah,
today?
yeah, we are. Today we're making one of our newest additions to the menu, which has been super popular, but it's harissa roasted carrots with whipped feta. And then I have a couple of our garnishes here to kind of take it all the way home. You know,
Yeah.
Take it up a notch.
Exactly.
Little
Not just a
spices.
roasted carrot.
Not just a roasted carrot.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, let's get started.
All right, sure. So we have our carrots here. So this is what they'll look like, obviously, when you get them at home. The idea is going to be to cut them into like uniform pieces so that they cook evenly.
And by the way, all these are carrots. They're different colors. If you've never seen a purple carrot before, there you go.
Right here, my
I fed my kids a purple carrot one time, and they were really skeptical. They were not sure
They're good.
what they were eating was going to be a carrot. It
They're
tastes
delicious.
exactly the same.
Yeah. It's a carrot.
It's a carrot.
Yeah.
All righty, so let's get to it.
Great. So during our process for the restaurant, we'll have these roasted in the oven. So we'll roast them at about 425 until they are pretty tender. I have a little my little cheater. I use a cake tester to make sure everything is nice.
Oh,
and,
very good. That's smart, because I
yeah.
never know.
Do you
never
just
know.
bake it, or do you?
And there's a difference between tender and mushy, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you kind of want to think about that. So you want a slight little bit of texture, and then you want it to enter the cake tester to insert easily.
Are you broiling it in the oven if you're doing it at home?
Yeah, I would use that. I would broil it maybe in the last like 5 minutes. But if you're doing it at home, 420, 425, maybe about 30 minutes is kind of a good way to go. You don't have fans at home usually in your ovens, but if you do, I would use that. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Great. So I'm just gonna go through and we'll take it from we'll start plating our stuff up and go.
All
from there.
right, beautiful. So we have roasted the carrots.
So the carrots have been roasted, and I'm just kind of keeping them warm here in the pan. So from here, I'm going to transfer. This is probably a bit much for all of
You
us
want a
here.
little char on them, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that you definitely want the char. You want that contrast in flavor.
Yeah.
And it caramelizes it a little
Exactly.
bit.
You get that. You get a nice play of like sweetness and like and fire. You know, humans love the taste of fire and smoke.
Love some fire.
Yeah, exactly. So from here, I'll scoop out some of these guys. We'll land in our bowl here.
That looks
Looking
amazing.
good. Yep,
Yeah.
looking good already.
Shut that off.
But this isn't all.
Yeah.
This
no.
isn't all
This
of
is
it.
just the beginning.
No.
So big thing for me, fresh lemon juice gets squeezed right over the carrots. We'll do maybe 2 of these little squeezers. Squeezers is what they're known in the industry. So we cut all the little bits off of them. And then I've got some date syrup with date molasses.
Ooh.
This is
Now, if we're at home, can we use just regulars?
I would use maple syrup. You can use agave. You can something on that end. Honey would be totally fine. Some different flavored honeys are great. I'm also going to add a little
Something
bit
sweet, right?
something sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Something kind of syrupy and sweet. I'm going to add some extra virgin olive oil. We use a nice Spanish olive oil. They're from Arbequina grapes. I'm sorry, olives, not grapes. I'm thinking about wine.
thinking
I
about
believe
wine.
everything you say. I'm just like, yes.
Like sounds good.
Sounds right.
So now here we're going to be in the splash zone a little bit. I'll give these a little toss here, and basically what I'm trying to do is
Beautiful.
get everything to glaze together, right? So you want you want it all to kind of cling onto the carrots, and make it like saucy and tacky and delicious. So that's basically where we're at now.
Okay.
So I have made our whipped feta already this morning.
Do you buy whipped feta or do you make it at home?
So I make it. We make.
you make it.
Well,
Yeah.
we make it. Yeah, it's very super easy to make. So it's basically equal parts. You could do a nice sheep's milk feta. I find that's really important because it makes it creamy. Sheep's milk feta. You'd either do some like heavy Greek yogurt or cream cheese. And in our case here, we do a little cream cheese and we do a little bit of lime zest as well. and olive oil. So you should be able to taste all.
Cannot wait to
Just
try
whip
that.
it all up.
Just whip it all up in a food processor. It's a little trickier if you use a hand blender. It can be done, but you're definitely gonna be working
gonna be
for
Why
it.
do all that work though when a machine can do it for you?
Yeah,
Am I
tell me
right?
about it. Yeah. So
Okay.
All right,
so,
let's
and then
plate
our
her up.
last, Our last little bit here that we're going to want to add to the pan is we have some dates that are already pitted, and you want to look for like the really soft, like juicy ones, right? Because these are going to be the tastiest of our dates. So
Ooh, I love a trick like that.
yeah, they're torn dates, is like what we call them, and I'll throw a couple right into here.
All right.
There, but let me get a little wipe here. Okay. So to get this all finished and plated, we'll take a nice spoonful, and you can see this is all nice and
Very
smooth
soft.
and creamy.
Yes,
Nice
beautiful.
big spoonful there, down in the middle of our plate, and we'll make. It's got nice volume today too, so this is perfect.
Ooh.
We'll go just right there in the middle of our plate, and we'll give everything a little toss here one more time to get the dates dressed.
We're ready.
All right, be ready.
I'm ready.
And I like to go in like a single layer because we're gonna finish this with za'atar, which is a Middle Eastern spice, and it's usually made with dried mint, sumac, thyme, and a couple. It kind of depends on where you're getting it from, but there's different blends that you
Beautiful.
can get.
Let's sprinkle it on there. We do have
Yeah.
about 20 seconds.
Okay.
We want to make sure we try it.
Let's do that. So
Yeah.
we'll sprinkle, sprinkle,
Boom.
sprinkle, boom, and then we have
Beautiful.
a little bit of a lime wedge, and then I'll tear some fresh cilantro.
Oh.
Yeah, usually I'll.
Beautiful.
And by the way, we have a link to these recipes up
There
on
we
our
go.
website. That's fox13seattle.com, and click on Studio 13 Live.
Oh, beautiful. Thanks for joining us. Go out there and make it a great day.
Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around.